what I've noticed is a lot of people, when they start to find their footing around purpose, it becomes to teach others about this path, because it's the one thing you found in life that's distinctive and that's made a difference and that other people are really interested in. And it's actually what Joe and I did. We started to, after we traveled, built our motorhome, traveled, done stuff, then we started to teach the process that Joe had actually gone through. And that all the way up to including became Your Money, Your Life. And then after you get there and you think, aha, I have my cred, I'm an FI person and I'm teaching other people and I'm hosting conversations and I'm hosting camps, blah, blah, blah. Then you start to see that there is actually a greater world outside the context even of getting and having money or, whatever those activities are. You start to see that there's a larger world. You go and you live on the beach in Thailand for 6 months, but you realize, oh, the reason I can do this is because of the global economy, is that my dollars earned in the United States can actually privilege me. You start to see privilege. You start to see poverty. You start to see people who are actually more capable of happiness than you are living on nothing, and dying of, a preventable disease. You start to, whatever these things are, you start to realize that there's, maybe you tune into politics. You realize, I want to be FI, but I can't because of the health insurance. And then you start to say, oh, I see. This is not an individual problem. This is something that's besetting all of us. You widen your frame beyond your personal life and your personal success at creating your own personal fiefdom. And, being able to entertain yourself and keep yourself busy and make a difference to people to a certain degree. I think that's the third quadrant is that deeper identity crisis of, it's really not about me actually anymore. It's not about me. It's about how can I help? So that's the third quadrant, is that you start to engage in. And none of this is a necessity. Like the hero's journey, none of it is a necessity. You can just stay in the village and not, sally forth at all. None of it is a necessity. It's just what's waiting for you. How can I help? Quadrant. And then there is the realization at some point that there's something deeper in this whole thing that I've learned. And there's the effort not to just make yourself accountable by being a blog or make some extra money. But and that's really your wisdom years. That's your time in life where you go distill, what's this all really been about? As I look back on this whole storyline, it's the realization that as I am passing through this world is also passing through me. There is no way I cannot make a difference because my very life is part of the whole. And my actions in it are not acting upon segments of the whole. It's just who I am is an expression of what life is about. I don't know how to describe that. It is an elder process. And that's where I feel I am now, where it's really not about, some heroic something that I'm doing. It's just about this simple fact of I've had this privilege